welcome back. There is one more little piece about assignments that I was thinking about showing you that Canvas can do that I haven't seen anywhere else, and I find this to be a just a really neat thing, and I can see all sorts of uses for it. Um, and it takes the idea of creating group projects and kind of automates it. So I'm going to show this to you on, again, an existing class so that you can see some students actually how it would affect them. But in our class, instead of going to like the assignments or the modules, if we go to the people and I go to my people everyone tab, and I know this, you can't see all this part yourself, but you can do this next step even though there won't be people in your class. Okay, if my internet is working, then this would work well. Hmm. Yeah, there we go. There's my people. Okay, so this is what it should come to when you first get to there. Over here on group set, what you can do is you can create some projects or group projects. And so what a group set is basically think of an assignment. So you're going to do, a class assignment where you want to have groups of four working together. Maybe it's creating a newspaper. So I make a project, newspaper project. So right away, there's some interesting things going on here. You can allow students to do a sign up, and when that happens, the students can go to the people section and they can see the groups that they can join, and they can actually drag their own name into the groups. So you could let the students do it if you wanted to. This is because you can have multiple sections of the same class. Let's just say you had a block 1 and a block 3 class, so you could require, because you could set up a classroom in Canvas that kind of handles two sections at a time. Um, so you might want to do this if you were doing that kind of thing. The group structure. So let's just say, in my class, I know there's like 20 people, and I want groups to have four each. So those are like how I want the groups to be set up. This is kind of neat here. If you want to assign a group leader, you can say, okay, that first person who signs up, or the person that I put in there first, is going to be the group leader. Or you could be like, hey, you got assigned the group leader because the computer did it for you, so you're the group leader. Um, you don't even need to assign a group leader, but if you had a project where that's something you wanted to do, you could do that. So I say save, and what it does is it creates these groups for me, and it says 4 students have been put into that group, and then I can start taking my students and dragging them into the groups that I want them to be in. And now I've got, one student in this group. I can click on these things. Well, I don't want to delete the group, but let's just see. Can I? Yeah, I'm going to take them back out of the groups a second. I can click on here. Hey, a minute ago this worked. Ah, there it is. So I can just randomly assign students among the existing groups. And I don't know how long that might take, but here we go. It's going to throw people in. Hey, we got it. And it evened it up even though I didn't have enough students. That's pretty cool. So there are my groups. So even if you use this just as a group generating tool, boy, that could actually be kind of cool. Of course, you'd have to have all your students in the class so you could do that. But I just find that really neat. And then when I go to my assignments and I'm creating a new assignment, down here in the pieces that I can do, there is a button. And sometimes I don't always see it. Where did it go? Maybe I have to fix a couple things first. Ah, okay. So whatever I had here didn't work with it. This is a group assignment, and use the groups that I created from my newspaper project as the groups. And then do you want to give grades to the group, or do you want to give grades individually? So you can assign that at the time that you create the assignment, and then you're good to go. You've got a group assignment created. I've had students, I had for a couple projects, group projects, and they kind of discovered the section on their own and started signing themselves up into groups before I even announced the project, because these don't have that publish not published thing on them. So as soon as you create the groups, they are there and students can see them. Of course, if you didn't do self sign up, it wouldn't matter. They wouldn't be able to put themselves in. But since I was doing some self sign up things, they were able to create those well before they even got to the project that they were working on, which was kind of funny. It worked out though. Everything was actually kind of cool. They enjoyed doing it on here. They thought that was a neat thing. All right, so that's how to create group assignments. A little extra bonus lesson that you don't need to use, but in case you're ever interested.